Hello, welcome back to another auction recap. This is a Heritage February 2017 auction, and let's start out with a bang. Um, Unfortunately, I just messed something up. Well, here we go. Batman #1, 3.5. Beautiful. New CGC label, 143,400. Let's give this book a close-up look, okay? When something is this expensive, it's worth checking it out closely. Beautiful, look at that. Let's zoom in a little bit. Look like the book is detached from the bottom staple, as well as having maybe a 2-inch spine split there. Okay, let's see. Let's see the back cover. This back cover is really nice. It's not every day that you see a Batman 1 non-restore that has such a nice clean back cover. There's a little bit of sun shadow. Very nice. 3.5. Now, if you can't afford that, perhaps you can go for a 2.5 CBCS. Now, this one has a white page designation. Let's take a closer look. 2.5. This 3/4 inch tear. Look like the book is, it's hard to tell from the scan, but perhaps the book is not attached at the top staple. And then on the bottom staple, look like there's a rusty staple there, as well as a spine split that is 1, 2, 3, perhaps 3.5-inch long spine split that go all the way up to the bottom staple. So not sure. For those that want to take the greatest note, you can check the greatest note to see what it says about the condition of the book. That's a nice thing about CBCS, is that you can look up and see the major flaw of the book, especially on a big item book like this. If you have free access to greatest notes, why would you not check, right? This auction has a bunch, probably the largest group of Mile High Pedigree slab that I have ever seen. I could be wrong, but as long as I can remember, following Heritage auction in the past 9 years, this is the biggest group that I can recall. And I just pull up a couple just for the sake of checking it out. I don't really have any particular book that I was trying to focus on. But here you have Blue Ribbon. The one thing about this selection of Golden Age Mile High book is, even though they are nosebleed high grade books, the titles are not really the mainstream titles like Timely or Action. But look at this one. This is a 9.8 white page, okay? And look at that. There are even a small pencil handwriting right there, okay? It's not a big deal as far as the pencil. This is a Mile High Church pedigree, so it's not a big deal for me. For some people that does not like writing on the covers, that might be a big sore thing. But regardless, it's a 9.8. Next up, this one is a cool cover here. 16,000. The price range of many of these Mile High Pedigree are anywhere from 5,000 to over 20,000. So, you know, like I said, I'm not gonna pretend to understand the market for these book. But once again, as you can see, as in many Mile High Pedigree book, you see this small pencil writing here on the cover. 9.4. I like this cover a lot. The drawing, the color scheme, gorgeous. And as in many Mile High Pedigree, white page. How about this one? 10,456. There was at least, I did not do an official count, but if I have to guess, I said there was at least 3 dozen or more, if not 5 dozen, my high book in this auction. This one here is a 9.6 with a couple of spots with pencil writing on the top. And even though this one has white page, okay, as you can see, decades of storing in the dark closet can still get you a little bit of sun shadow on the right edge of this book. As you can see, right edge, there's a little bit of sun shadow there, I think. Still a gorgeous, gorgeous book, beautiful color. Not the kind of thing you see every day as far as Golden Age book. Blue Ribbon Comics. Next up, okay, let's jump on to some big book. Detective 29, slightly restore 20,315. This is a tough book, okay? As I had mentioned many times, whenever this book show up, it is tougher, in my opinion, than Detective 27. Look at this. This is the second cover of Batman. A 1.8 restore with extra staple. My goodness. What was the price? Let's see. What was the price? 20,315. Yowza. Wow. This is a stunner. Okay. 9.6. How often do you see a 9.6 Detective 32? This might be the first and only time, unless this book go back for sales, right? Look at this thing. Razor sharp. Wow. Look at that. There's some slight wear at the edges, but look at the spine. Wowza. Wowza. 71,700. Can you imagine if this book had Batman on the cover, right? Here is one of the few books that are highly sought after. Another pre-Robin Detective 1.8, issue 33, 25,000. Issue 33. Look at this book. Look like the spine is split. I don't think this book is, I don't think the cover to this book is attached to the book anymore. Usually when you get books that are 2.0 or less, usually even without looking at the greatest note, you can guess that likely the cover is no longer attached to the book. That's why it's 1.8. Okay, look at that. You can tell from just looking at the back of the book that the cover is barely, if not completely split. Okay, barely. Next up, the Big Kahuna 7.5. My second all-time favorite Batman cover, no doubt. 7.5, 119,000. Woo! Look at this beauty. The green slightly faded. Okay, I'm not sure if that's slightly faded or just one of those issues where the color was not evenly distributed as far as the dark green. Regardless, it's still a beauty. A beauty. Look at this thing. My goodness. Gorgeous. 7.5 cream page. 119,500. Here we go. Some more My High Pedigree. I love this cover. 9.0. 19,000. Yowza. Many other slab for this pedigree is higher grade, is in for this auction. You see a lot of 9.4, 9.6, and even some 9.8. So this is one of the lower graded slab, but the price is pretty sweet there. Look at this. Okay, as you can see, I have heard a lot of people giving grading advice that handwriting, date stamps, price stamps on covers will prevent a book from being near mint or higher. Okay, I guess I just had to keep bringing up this example to show people that that's a whole lot of hoo-ha. And here you go, 9.8. Hit Comics, issue 4, almost 18,000. Take a look at this beauty. Some people would say, oh, CGC is easy. Take it easy on this because it's a mile high pedigree, and other books with handwriting on the cover is not going to get a 9.6 or 9.8. Wrong. I have seen this many times, even for non-pedigree. But for those that saw my video that had the article that discussed CGC at the early days of incorporation, there was discussion that handwriting, pen or pencil writing were considered for higher grade books compared to Overstreet Guide because of the amount of handwriting, penciling in this pedigree. So it's not a surprise. On top of that, do you think CGC would not change that rule? Otherwise, how can you have the signature series, right? The signature series with all the writing and scribbling on the cover. Guess what? Regardless if it's a signature, it's still handwriting. Here is a tough book to find in 9.6. Look at this hit number 5. Look at that beautiful drawing. Lovely. How much? Oh, 59,750. That lovely. Wowza. How about this one? Another tough black cover, a 9.4. 21,510. Whew. Like I said, there was just so many. And this might be the last one that I queue up for this recap. Wow, check out that green and yellow and red. Oh, beautiful color scheme for this one. 9.8. 9.8. 18,522. Okay, back to Earth. Back to Earth, people. Superman 3 8.0. 11,352. Not bad, right? I would dare say affordable. Superman 3, 11,000, 8.0. How about this one? One of the more iconic Golden Age cover, Suspense number 3, an incomplete copy. 5,500, incomplete. Holy mackerel. Wowza. The question is, what is incomplete? Look like it's complete to me. Sure, there are some chunk missing. Look like some bug chew. Some bugs were chewing. Some rat was chewing the top left of this book. Damn. There's a big piece missing here on the bottom left corner. Still 0.5. I wonder. Check the notes, folks. Something else must be missing. This auction did not have a lot of Silver Age mega keys, but it did have this book for 155,000. $350. Amazing Fantasy 15, 8.5. Got to take a closer look right here. Got to. Man, look at this thing. 8.5. With a date stamp as well. Dang. Look at that. Look like a fairly graded 8.5. Biggest flaw, of course, is the top edge thumb crease right there. Without that, you would be looking at a 9.0 easy. Dang, 8.5. One of the few high-grade Silver Age. This one has Stanley signature. 15,535. A little freak of nature. Okay, it's not that many freak of nature book in this auction, but here's one, a 9.8. Dang. The one thing about Fantastic Four 48 that bugged me, as well as, looking at many copies over the years, is it is really tough to find a Fantastic Four 48 that is well centered, that is perfectly centered with the M, the left side of the book completely flush correctly, instead of the cut off M, as you can see right here. It's tough. It's not easy to find a Fantastic Four 48 that is perfectly centered. Here is one of the rare bronze books that always go for crazy prices. This is only a 7.5. Only. Star Wars 1 35-cent variant, a 7.5 going for over $5,000. Yeah, that's crazy. That's rare. Whew. I can never justify paying crazy prices for this variant. I know it's rare. I know Star Wars fan collectors will want it, but I love Star Wars, but I don't love the variant enough to pay $5,000 for a 7.5. I don't care how rare it is. Hulk 181. What auction would not have a Hulk 181, right? Either a 9.8 or at least a 9.6, and here you have a 9.6 for over $7,000, and this one is really nice. Let's take a closer look. The centering is pretty sweet. Not perfect, okay? Slightly crooked. As you can see, the white on the spine is slightly crooked, but still, it's a 9.6 for $7,000 plus. Damn. Here's a book that you don't see every day. A Strange Tale 110 9.0. Tough book to find in this grade. Okay, usually you see, I think 7.0 or lower is fairly common, but not 9.0. And the price reflected that, $15,535. We're nearing the end, folks. Talking about crazy. How about this one? Spectacular Spider-Man 1 9.8, 4,000. Holy cow, I had no idea that this book can be this expensive. Wow. It's a hard book to find in 9.8. Let's see. Oof. Not that many copy exists, I guess. It has to be, right? When something go for this high. Rarity. Last but not least, not a comic book, but Playboy #1. A 3.0. I had no idea that a 3.0 Playboy #1 would fetch $2,270. But it did. And that's it, folks. That's my recap for the Heritage February 2017 auction. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.